So a second ago we finished with the circular pattern, but what if I wanted to do a rectangular pattern? What if I'm not going around a circle? Same idea. I can go to make something like a square or a rectangle. For instance, let's just make a rectangle which is 20 by 40. And it's good to know the dimensions on these because when you're using the rectangular pattern option, you're going to want to be able to divide and multiply and that sort of thing. So even numbers are easier. All right, so I'm going to say let's make I want a circle on all four corners of this rectangle, but I want it to be 8 millimeters circle. Okay, I could, because it's a circle, it's pretty quick, I could just type that and just make 4 more of them. But what if, for instance, I wanted to make that to be a little bit more complicated and I wanted to make it a ring there with a 4 millimeter or a 5 millimeter center and an 8 millimeter outside, and maybe I want to put something complicated in there. Okay, so maybe it's this complicated shape that I've done. Hit escape to stop that tool. Okay, so to draw this again might be complicated. So a shortcut is to use the rectangular pattern tool. Now, same things apply for the rectangular pattern tools as for the circular pattern tools. You're going to select the objects you want. So I'm going to double click on the triangle because I want all of that. I'm going to hold shift and click the circle and click the other circle, and now I've got all of those ones selected. It's going to ask me how many in each direction do I want. So in my case, I want, I'm going to drag this over and it'll show me where the point will be. Okay, so that's 3 in that direction, but I only want 2, including the first one. And then I'm going to drag this one down so that that triangle is on that point as well. And the same thing applies here. I don't want 3, I only want 2. So notice there's 2 spots that I can change that. Okay, and then that's about it. You can play with some of these options. You can think about the spacing or the number of them. It's up to you. But once they're all there, then you have the option to move them, treat them independently if you want. So in my case, I want to then rotate these shapes so that they're all pointing outwards, and I can do that if I wanted to. So I can go click on those things again. I can go modify, move, and I can just grab this and rotate. I want to move that before I do that, I want to move the center point to be on that dot. Oops. There we go. So I could make it however I wanted and say okay. Alright, so in this video we learned how to use the rectangular pattern, and we learned how to also move and modify things under, or move or copy under here with the M shortcut. Move, modify, and if you hover over top it'll tell you some more information about that. Alright, good work.